Alright everybody, welcome to the world's first self-powered set of Micca PB42x's. I know it's not a mod I pulled off. It is legitimate. There you go. Micca has started making powered MB42x's. Not MB42s, these are the crossover version. I pulled a drive route check. Now, it's only 15 watts a channel, because they're obviously building a very small amplifier in here. And the price only goes up 20 bucks. So MB42's speakers $80, PB42's peanut butter and jelly 42x's are powered because 42x's are $100 a pair. I'm not sure if that's the price they're going to stay. That's the price they are right now. So essentially, it's got a LiPi amp in here, only without the gain, without the tone controls, because we've got RCA inputs, a 3.5mm input, a volume knob, which is actually pretty nice, on the back of the unit, this big, slightly crooked power switch, and then this set of terminals which says, "I'm not an input, oh my god, don't input to me." And on this side, we've got apparently a single other speaker. They don't actually match the new revision of the MB42X because there's no shape around it, but crossover in it. The ports are slightly higher, I guess, to accommodate this. And you got some terminals. It comes with a length of speaker wire, and this is not the best speaker wire, but it'll do for what we're powering this with. It's 18 gauge. It's more than they give you for the damn Daytons. And it's just standard 5-way hookup. You unscrew it. There's holes in the bottom. Find your holes. The wire has black dashes and letters. I'm going to use the black dashes hot, just because I like the thing that's labeled the most to be hot. It's a competition. Big, fat, black dashes doesn't count as negative in my book. Again, all that matters is you have this the same on both sides when you hook it up. Doesn't really matter which one you do. Did I twist the actual terminal a little bit? Yeah, I did. Well, terminal's a bit loose. Alright, well, so that's plugged in. Put it back on. Here's the power brick it comes with. And oddly enough, it's an 18 volt 2 amp. Which is weird because there aren't any 18 volt 15 watt per channel amplifiers that I could think of. LiPi's 12. SA36 is, well, I think the new one can support 24. Still comes with a 12. I don't know. Plug that in. Plug that in. And now we just need a source. Now, it comes with, where is it? This blue 3.5 to 3.5, which is nice. It's actually a really nice cable. So if you want to go straight from your PC through its sound card straight into this, you can do that. Bam. Or, and here's the thing. See how this is labeled left and this is labeled right? When you're using this 3.5mm cable, that's absolute. But if you're using RCAs, you could just reverse the RCAs, plug the white into the red and the red into the white, and then put the powered monitor on whatever side you like. So, I'm not sure how it's going to handle being fed signal from two things. We'll find out in this video. These are all hooked up. This one's going to go here. This is going to turn around and go here. And you're going to see the first dilemma with the powered MB42s is you no longer have control over the volume because you can't see it. There's stuff all over this. Magnets. Alright, powering on. Oh, volume down. Volume down. Powering on. Make sure we're playing something. We are. Alright, obviously do a better job with your wire than that. But, sorry for this light being in there. So there you go. It's playing off the 3.5. Now, obviously I could control the volume with this, because it's a little player. Or you can put this up wherever you want it. Control the volume with your computer. But if you don't want to do that, if you want an actual volume knob, here, so you just put this up. There is a solution that I've pieced together. Which, by the way, I don't know if I'm going to do a sound demo of these, because quite simply they sound like my MB42Xs, which sound just fine. There is a bit of a volume limitation because of the 15 watt per channel amp, and I may get the SA60 out and show you with the new MB42Xs what power can do. Power! Clarkson would say. So here's what I'm going to show you now. Let's make this more complicated. This right here is simply a line control dial. If you go into the description, I will link the Emotiva Control Freak, which is a beautifully machined knob that just has this sticking out the back of it. RCA ins and outs. So in our case here, this is a lot cheaper than that. That's about 40 bucks, but it's beautiful and uses a high-end pot. And this is not beautiful, but still works for our purposes. So it's got an input and output. I'm going to take the input coming from my XDA2 here. Where are you? Here. And you're going to need 2 sets of RCA cables to pull this off, or an RCA to 3.5mm if you're going into a computer's sound card. And you need a second set that now goes out of the line control. This isn't a mess at all. By the way, you could use much smaller and cheaper RCAs than I have here. I just don't have any of those. Oh God, I'm breaking things. Volume down. Volume down, people. Do as I say, not as I do. Now, I'm not going to turn this volume up to full, because the speaker will clip and go into protect mode. So I'm just going to leave it at like 2/3 volume. But now, we've got music playing. We're outputting at 0. This is now our volume control. And it's just taking the signal, cutting it off, and then turn it on, it sends it to the speakers. So now, and this will work for any set of powered monitors. Obviously, you'd want something better than this little plastic thing if you're doing like mixing and mastering on it. But in the meantime, now this is designed it actually says level control, and that's with the screw holes up. It's designed to be mounted under a console or under a desk. So if you use it upside down, well, it's not going to affect you. It's just going to have it screwing up the little indicator here, which you're probably never going to look at. You're just going to go. This is very light though, like that. It's like, I gotta change my volume. So you may want to double stick or Velcro this down to the table, or even under your monitor. Bam. This one had the highest reviews, and actually had the thickest looking wires in the pictures on Amazon. I wanted to get one of these to demonstrate this, and this was the nicest one. Before getting into Emotiva Control Freak, which I'm going to end up buying, because I'm going to end up buying a nice set of powered monitors when I move, and I'm going to have to control it somehow. Well, I can control it through that if I really wanted to spend all day with the remote control. Is Mozart copyrighted? I guess this performance could be copyrighted. So yeah, there's nothing else to say about these. They are the Miccas, without the need for an amplifier. Now, if you had an amplifier, like the SA60, you wouldn't need to go through the trouble of this, because your volume knob would be there, right there. So, keep that in mind. Oh, we get to test what's happening with the thing. The thinglet stuff. Flippy, flippy. Let's see how it handles 2 inputs. If it switches, or maybe it even... if it mixes, it's actually not a good thing. Still playing Aphex Twin? That's perfect. Alright. So the 3.5mm takes priority over the RCA. If it was in front here, that would make sense as an auxiliary. That would make sense as an auxiliary. You plug it in, and all of a sudden now it plays that. But since it's on the back, it's sort of like... Alright. That's the sort of contrast you should expect from my music. From Aphex Twin to Mozart. And back again. So yeah. I mean, you could buy a better wire to go between them. I don't see a real need unless you're doing something really nice looking. Like you could buy Z-wire. You could buy a Z-wire. And super overkill. One to the other. Actually, is that banana going all the way? Those don't go in all the way. Interesting. Oh, because it's actually being blocked by the other wires in there. Okay. Okay. MB42. I'm sorry. PB42. Peanut butter. Peanut butter. Just keep saying peanut butter over and over again. Forget about this. If you just need to get somebody's computer speakers for $100, there you go. Okay. Now you don't even need to worry about amps and wires and everything. Although you're still dealing with, you know, that. But I think you could handle it. I think the folks at home can handle it. Magnets, bitch.